Class 2, English Literature, Chapter 5, The Little Pine Tree. This story is about a little pine tree who was not happy with its leaves and wished for better leaves. Let's see what the story has to teach us. The Little Pine Tree. In a forest grew a little pine tree. He was very sad. He had no leaves. Instead, he only had long needles. One night, the little tree said, "I don't like needles. All the other trees in the forest have leaves. I want better leaves. I wish I had pretty golden leaves," and went to sleep. Later that night, a fairy came by and gave the little tree golden leaves. The next morning, when the little tree woke up and shook his branches, he was very happy. He said, "Oh, my leaves are so beautiful. No other tree has gold leaves." And he danced all morning. The little tree's golden leaves shone in the sunlight. A man who was walking through the forest saw the shining leaves. He plucked them all and took them away in his bag. The poor little tree cried, "I don't want gold leaves anymore. I wish I had glass leaves." The tinkling of the glass leaves woke the little tree the next morning. How pretty they looked! No other tree was so bright. But that afternoon, the sky became dark. A strong wind shook the little pine tree. All his glass leaves fell down. The little pine tree was sad again. He said, "I will not have gold leaves, and I will not have glass leaves. I wish I had green leaves. I want to be like the other trees." When he woke up the next day, his big green leaves made him look like the other trees. But soon, a hungry goat came by. He saw the green leaves on the little tree and ate them up. The little tree said, "I do not want leaves anymore. I wish I could have my long needles back." That night, the fairy smiled and gave the little tree his needles back. The next morning, the little tree was happy to feel his long needles. He said, "Gold leaves, glass leaves, and green leaves are all nice, but only long needles are good for a little pine tree like me." Children, now what does the story tell us? The story tells us that each one of us are different. God has made us all different. We should be happy the way we are. Let's learn how to be contented and happy the way God has made us.